Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Checking out the second screen. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you a free basketball game quick play. I've been watching a lot of our good friend Dave Gardner, and he's been showing us a lot of quick play games. And I came across this one on SidelineStrategies.com under freebies, KevElias' games, and it's quick play basketball. There's only one season up, the 93-94 season, but he does show you how to make more seasons, and he has all of the current players up with their February ratings. So you could make the past season with this game. Again, this is on SidelineStrategy.com. Freebies, KevElias games. And it's pretty cool. I played a little bit. I'm not an expert, but what it is, and let me read you the rules here, or the little introduction. Scoreboard basketball, pro version enhanced. A quick play hoops game with points and a bit of strategy. Thanks for your interest in scoreboard basketball. I probably should have wrote that in the title. It's scoreboard basketball. I called it quick play basketball. If you like rolling dice playing basketball and you don't have much time to play, then this game is for you. And you could probably adapt this game to play a little longer too, if you wanted to, with some homebrew rules. It says, note, you will need two 10-sided die and a 6-sided die, a score sheet, and a basketball roster of your NBA player list provided 2016-2017. You may acquire other rosters and player lists from various resources on the internet. So you could make your own teams. It's pretty easy, it looks like. What I did here was there's an Excel download. I used that for my score sheets. I then did a cut and paste, a snippet they call it, off the spreadsheet that had all the teams, and I put the Celtics and the Knicks, and then I put in some logos for myself. As you can see, the Celtics were god-awful, 32-50. The Knicks would go to the NBA championship and lose to Houston. They were 57-25. I also put some pitchers off to the side of D. Brown, who was probably the best. D. Brown and Dino Raja were probably the two best players. They still had Xavier McDaniel. And Patrick Ewing was the best Knickerbocker. So these I added, and the logos I added. But this is the way the team cards look, and it's kind of a fun game. I played a couple of games. Again, not an expert, so we'll just go through it quick, as I am not tired yet, so no sense in going to bed. And I hate my allergies. All right, here we go. So once again, what you need, two 10-sided dice, one 6-sided die, a score sheet, which you download for free, a basketball roster. He has the 93-94 season all set, and he provides you with the most current season, a download list. You have to just put them on the right team. But that's all there if you want to do it. There's also a college version of the game. I didn't download that yet. I didn't see any teams. I didn't really check that one out. So first thing you do for your setup, determine your rosters and your starting lineup. We have chosen the Celtics and the New York Knicks in our 93-94 exhibition game. Then you make sure you're putting the players in the correct position. So as you will see, let's go to the spreadsheet here. As you will see, the Boston Celtics and New York Knicks team card, they have the positions listed. And then on the score sheet, you have the positions listed. And for the Celtics, at small forward, I have Xavier McDaniel. At power forward, Dino Raja. Robert Parrish at center. Sherman Douglas at point guard. D. Brown at shooting guard. And my sixth man is going to be Kevin Gamble off the bench. For the Knicks, it's Charles Smith at small forward. Charles Oakley at the power forward, Patrick Ewing at center, Greg Anthony at the point guard, John Starks at the shooting guard, and Hubert Davis will be my sixth man off the bench. And you will have to put subs in because there are fouls in this game. Other than that, you really don't have to substitute. And I'm not going to do a lot of substituting in this little quick version that we're going to play. There are ratings. So now you have your ratings. As you can see on here, you have a defensive rating of an... Let's just look at D. Brown. His defensive rating is an X. His foul rating is a G. And his offensive rating is a C. What does that all mean? Well, you come over here, and I did a cut and paste to put this chart here. You can see, let's start with the offense. You're going to roll your 10-sided die, 0 through 9, right? And we're going to go with my black and white die from Glory Days Boxing, which is a great game. And we'll read black die first, white die second. So for D. Brown, what you do is you roll. The way I played it was I rolled for every player on the Celtics for the quarter. As my headset wants to shut down. Excellent. Shut down, disabled. So you basically go through the lineup and you will roll. So he has a C offensive rating. Say we rolled a 1 through 10, he would get 4 points. And you would just punch in 4 points over here. So let's pretend that happened. We'll punch in 4 points. Now, he's defended. It's basically man-to-man defense all the way through. He's defended by John Starks. John Starks is a W defender. You would then come over here. When you roll for defense, it's a 6-sided die. So John Starks being a W defender, 1 through 4, he doesn't stop any points. 5 and 6, you minus 1 point. Let's say we rolled a 5. We reduce D. Brown's point total to 3. Then the last thing I like to do, the order I go in, is now he has a foul rating. His foul rating is a G. There's a foul rating chart right here. G. Let's just say for ha-ha's sake, we rolled a 9. He would have 2 fouls. Now, the one thing they don't have on this score sheet is a place to put the fouls. So what I do, because I'm using this, if you're handwriting it, you can put it anywhere you want. I went right here where it says D. Brown, foul rating. I went up to my Excel spreadsheet, and I just did a space and a 2. So he has 2 fouls. That means John Starks gets to go to the line and possibly shoot four foul shots. In the game, the rule is it's a one-on-one, 1 for 1. You make one, you get the other chance. John Starks, you can see the free throw rating is a 75. So if you roll a 75 and under, John Starks will sink the baskets. Let's say he sinks all 4 baskets. So then John Starks, you'd add 4 points there. And they still haven't gone on offense yet. And that's basically what you do. And it's actually a lot of fun. I played a couple of games real quick. I'm not an expert. I'm going to read through the rules now. A couple of pages of rules as we have Dave Gardner and Tribes Fan in the chat. Hope all is well. Check out those channels. So once again, the game flow. Now you take your 10-sided dice and you roll 1 for each player per quarter to determine the player's point score and then fouls. Look at the appropriate column for each under the player rating and mark the results down on the score sheet, which we just gave you a quick example of. Regular player column rolls are counted as lead die, the follow-up 1 to 100. So again, you just pick 2 10-sided die. Black goes first, white goes second. If you refer to the bonus chart, then there's a chance a player will score big in that quarter. So the bonus chart is here. You have to roll an 11, 22, 55, 99, or 100. I roll an 88 quite a bit. but I never rolled an 11, 22, 55, 99, or 100. 100 would be double zeros, I guess. That would be 100. And then you would come over here, and we'll say, let's just say, Patrick Ewing, we rolled a 22. Patrick Ewing is an A offensive player. So we would go over, you see the double A through C, and then you would roll the two 10-sided die, but this time you add them together. So if we rolled double nines, that would be an 18. He had 18 points in the quarter. Then you would still go through your defense, possibly minusing a few in the foul checks. So, the best rolls you can have are 11, 22, 55, 99, and 100, which are double zeros. And if you roll a 1 for an A, it says D bonus. So you'd go over here, and that's pretty damn good. That's 22 points. So, wow. Those are some good rolls there if you get the D bonus. D bonus. Oh, I think you probably re-roll. So if you get a 1, I'm just looking at that now because, again, I did not, in the 2 games I played, I didn't get any bonuses. Or a 17, you would then re-roll and you go off the D bonus. And it would suck to get a 10 as you would get no points. Wow, that would be awful. Roll A and C. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Player fouls. Again, we showed you briefly with the player fouls. Players are individually rated for personal fouls, and the foul charts have been reduced to ratings, F being the best, G and H for troubled players. You will see on the chart just how they rate players on their average. And he does show you right here the foul ratings, and there's another spreadsheet that you can download that I'm not going to show you right now. And it actually tells you how the foul ratings are obtained. And when you get this average, you can see like 1.9 is an F, 2.9 an G, and a 3 and above is an H. That's one of the spreadsheets that you can download and check that out. We can check that out at a later date. I just want to show you the gameplay. It's pretty fun. And that's about it. Defender ratings, again, we gave you the example of a defender rating. He has a formula, and he comes up with a defensive rating. Z being the best. On every roll, except for a 4, your defender will deduct points from the player he is guarding. So here's the game strategy. Here is where strategy comes in. Well, with your 6th man, I kind of already put in a homebrew rule. You're supposed to cut the 6th man's fouls and points in half. I don't do that. I don't like that. I'm gonna whatever the 6th man comes off the. I mean, John Havlicek would come off the bench and score a gazillion points. So I'm not gonna cut anything in half. If it's 2 fouls, it's 2 fouls. If it's 5 points, it's 5 points. It's not gonna be 3 or 2. I'm not going to cut, but the rule is you're supposed to cut the 6th man in half. Again, but this rule I will stick with. If you foul out in the game, your point total is cut in half. So that's where the strategy comes in when your fouls start to build up. And again, you can't really, looking at the foul chart, you can't really foul out until the 3rd quarter. I mean, the most fouls you can get in a quarter, I'm looking at it right now, is 2. So you can't foul out until the 3rd quarter. So that's where you have to really, the second half, you have to really take a good look and see what you want to do. Overtime, you just play the game in the same manner. So let's play a little gameplay. And again, go to the site if you're interested. You can download all this stuff. It's pretty easy. And then he has frequently asked questions. We won't get into that. Let's just play a little bit of it. It's a pretty fun game. As we have Sports Time Machine in the chat, he says, hello to everyone. Check out that wonderful channel. All right, so here we go. Again, not an expert. I'm now going to switch. Bear with me, as we're going to have a little earthquake thingy as we will move. No longer will you see my ugly mug. We're going to set this up so you can see the dice roll. Yes, it's on the baseball diamond, because I like my baseball diamond, Matt. And let's make sure we can see that. All right, so we're going to play. And again, this game can be found sidelinestrategies.com, freebies, KevElias games. If you just follow the link, you can take care of that. Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming is here. Check out that wonderful channel. And Anthony, I ordered my lightweight set. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I also downloaded some free PDFs that were on that I had missed out on. So, yeah, it's an interesting game. I'm not an expert. We're going to play it out. We'll have a little fun. I'll play as I play as the Celtics and the Knicks, obviously. So, again, I added the logos and the pictures, but the team cards do look like that. And let's shut that down. And I will check out the chat, as the chat is to the left of me, up against the bar. All right, so here we go. Let's shut that snippet down. And that made a loud noise. Okay. All right, so we'll start off with the Celtics. Let's get rid of this. And get rid of this. And we had foul here. Again, I think I'm going to add a foul column. But this is the score sheet that comes with the game. So the way I'm going to play it, we're just going to go right down. We could maybe go back and forth, but I didn't do it that way. I'm going to do the Celtics first because they're the visiting team. I should probably type the Celtics in here. But you can see the Celtics are on top. Knicks are on the bottom. So we'll start with the Celtics first. We'll just go down the line. And we'll start with Xavier McDaniel. We don't need that die. So Xavier McDaniel is a C offense. So we're going to roll our 2 10-sided die. 41. So we go to the C column, 41, and that's 2 points in the quarter for the X-Man. So that's 2 points. Let's see, he's defended by Charles Smith. He's a W defender. So Charles Smith needs a 5 or a 6 to take away 1 point out of the 2 that McDaniels had. And he doesn't. It's a 1. So both points count for the Celtics. McDaniels a G foul rating. Let's see how many fouls he has. 68. So we go to the G column on a personal foul. 68. No foul, so that's awesome. So Charles Smith will not go to the line to try to add points for the Knicks. So McDaniel, after 1 quarter, has 2 points. We go to Dino Raja. Raja, as you can see, the Celtics have all C offense. And then D and E. They're a bad team. So I used Gamble as my 6th man, and again, we're not going to cut the points in half. That's just me. I don't like cutting the points in half. The 6th man could play just as many minutes as a starter, and that's the way I'm looking at it. All right, so Dino Raja goes now. C offensive rating, 52. So we go over to the C chart, 52 and 1 point. My God, that's awful. So he made a foul shot, it looks like. And he could actually lose that point. Raja is defended by Charles Oakley. Oakley is an ex-defender. And he needs a 5 or a 6 to take away the points. So Oakley, we roll for defense. It's a 5. And Dino Raja, that's minus 1 point. So he has no points. So Dino Raja does not score. Let's see how many fouls for Mr. Dino Raja. H foul rating. So we roll for the foul rating. And I read the black die first the way I'm doing it. So that is a 9 on the foul rating. And he's an H. 2 personal fouls. So a horrible quarter for Dino Raja. No points, 2 personal fouls. And I just put it next to the rating. And now Charles Oakley gets to shoot 4 possible foul shots. They're 1-and-1s. Charles Oakley will go down here. If you go down to the Knicks team card, you can see Charles Oakley, 78% free throw shooter. Very simple. 78 and under, he sinks the free throw. First one. 78, he sinks it. That's 1 point for Oakley. Takes the second. 70, makes both. Now he's back at the free throw line after the second Raja foul. 82, he misses. He doesn't get the fourth shot because the rules say 1-and-1. So we'll play it that way. So Oakley provides 2 points from the free throw line. And the Knicks have tied it at the charity stripe 2-2. Now we go to Robert Parrish for the Celtics. Parrish is a C offensive player. We will roll. Again, the Celtics don't have anyone better. That was a 17. All their best offensive players are C's, thus the 32-50 record. So a 17 and a C. Parrish a possible 3 points in the quarter. He's defended by the best player on the court, Patrick Ewing. And Ewing is a Z defender, which is outstanding. Every roll but a 4 will minus points from Parrish. So if you're a Knicks fan, you don't want to see a 4, and we roll a 4, so Parrish will not have any deductions, no points. If it was a 1 through 3 minus 2, a 5 minus 3, and a 6 minus 4, obviously you can only take away the points. It doesn't go negative. But we rolled a 4, so Parrish gets his 3 points. Now, let's check for fouls for Robert Parrish. He has a G foul rating. I don't know why they have the 11, 22, 99, and 100. The bonus, which doesn't make sense. I'm going to ignore that because I really didn't see anything in the rules. And I don't... Oh, if... Fouls. Bonus foul shots. Use player's foul rating. I know that. Player's percentage. I get that. Instructions. Set your starting lineup. Get that. Foul check. Yeah, I don't know if that's just something they did. Oh, yes, I understand now. You can get 3 fouls because I didn't hit it yet. So those are bad. You don't want to roll 11, 22, 99, or 100. Those are god awful. You get 3 fouls in the quarter. So that's horrible. Let's stay away from that. So let's roll for the fouls and hope we don't get those numbers. 51 for Parrish, and he's a G. So a 51, no fouls. 45 through 55, under a G, no fouls. So that's good. So that means Ewing will not get any foul shots. Now we go to Sherman Douglas. Very low scoring quarter so far for the Celtics. Douglas, our starting point guard. C offense. 66. Is that a bonus? No, it's not. So 66 on the C. 2 points for General Sherman Douglas out of Syracuse. Possible 2 points. He's defended by Greg Anthony. Anthony is a W defender. He needs a 5 or a 6 to take away 1 point. It's a 2. So Douglas gets both those. And now we roll for the foul. He is a G when it comes to foul rating. 16. G, 1 foul. So he commits 1 personal foul. That means Anthony will go to the line. Anthony, now we go over here. Greg Anthony is 77% free throw shooter. Chance to give 2 points for the Knicks from the free throw line. He makes the first, 36. That's 1. And he makes both. That's a 10. So Greg Anthony sinks both free throws. And the Knicks haven't gone on offense yet. And they're only down 3. So now we go to D. Brown, the shooting guard. Brown, again, every Celtic in the lineup right now, including the 6-man, is a C offensive player. So D. Brown, we really want for D. Brown, we'd like to get an 89 to 98 if we don't hit the bonus. We'd love to get a 99. That is a 78 for D. Brown. 78, 4 possible points for D. Brown. So Brown, 4 points possibly in the quarter. He's defended by John Starks, who's a W defender. Again, a W defender needs a 5 or a 6 to reduce the point total of the opposition by 1. It's a 1. So D. Brown's points will all count. That's 4 points for D. Brown. G, foul rating. Let's see how many fouls for D. Brown. 81 on the G. That's 1 foul for D. Brown. So John Starks will go to the line and have a 1 and 1. John Starks. John Starks. 75% free throw shooter. He takes the first. He makes it 23. Takes the second. And he makes it 35. So John Starks hits his free throws, and it's 11 to 6. And now our sixth man, Kevin Gamble. We're not going to reduce it by half. I don't like that rule. I'm going to play full points, full fouls. Kevin Gamble. And again, he doesn't see the Celtics have 2 players in their lineup, including their sixth man, that do not have a defensive rating. So he's a C offensive player. Come on, Kevin Gamble. If you're a Celtics fan, let's hit a bonus. 53 on the C. 53. 1 point possibly for Kevin Gamble. So that's like a free throw. Defended by Hubert Davis. No defensive rating, so he does get the point. And now we go to the foul check of F, which is the best foul rating for the least amount of fouls. 74. 74. 1 personal foul. For Kevin Gamble. Hubert Davis will have an opportunity to shoot 2. It's a 1 and 1 per the rules. 83% free throw shooter. That's why I put him as a sixth man, because to try to give the Knicks some more offense. So 83%. If we're 83 and under twice, that's 2 points for the Knicks. 25, he makes the first. 46, he sinks the second. So the Knicks come out of that pretty good. They haven't even gone on offense yet, and they're only down 4. 12 to 8. Now the Knicks go on offense. Charles Smith will go first. He's a D on offense, so that is not bueno. Here's Charlie Smith. Charles Smith, small forward. 57. So a 57 and a D. 1 point possibly. So 1 point possibly for Charles Smith. He is defended by the X-Man, who's a W defender. He needs a 5 or a 6 to reduce it by 1 point. And that would nullify Charles Smith free throw. It's a 2. So Charles Smith gets the free throw, as it's only 1 point, so he had to miss a free throw somewhere. And now we roll for the foul. Charles Smith, an H foul defender. And you want to stay away from those bonus fouls. Those are awful. 46 on the H. A 46 on the H. That's 1 personal foul for Charles Smith. Again, and that means the defender, it's a straight man-to-man defense. Means Xavier McDaniel will go to the line. He can add 2 points to the Celtics. The X-Man, 68% free throw shooter, so we need a 68 and under. So McDaniel from the charity stripe, 61. Oh my Lord, it just rattles around and in. He makes the first, he shoots the second, and he gets both. 0-0. So McDaniel will end the quarter with 4 points, 2 from the charity stripe, 14-9 lead for the Celtics. Now Charles Oakley goes. Oakley's a C offensive player. Let's see what Charles will get. 51 for Charles Oakley. So Charles Oakley, will he have a productive first quarter? 51 and a C. No, he won't. That's only 1 point. So he has 3 points right now, possibly. And you can only take away 1 point because the free throws you can't take away. So if it says -2, it's only -1. And he's defended by Dino Raja, who is an ex-defender. An ex-defender needs a 5 or a 6. 1 point on the 5, 2 points on the 6, but it can only be 1 point. 1 through 4, all the points count. It's a 3, so the points do count for Charles Oakley. And we're at 14-10. The Knicks trail by 4, and here comes their big offensive gun, Patrick Ewing. He's an A. Oh, wait a second. We got to go foul check. I almost forgot the foul check for Mr. Oakley. Oakley Dokley, foul check. 44. Is that a bonus? Ooh, no, it's not. 44. And Oakley is an H. 44 H. 2 personal fouls. Ouch. So Charles Oakley gets 2 personal fouls, and that means he's a power forward. Dino Raja can add 4 points. He had no points in the offense. Let's see if he can make it from the charity stripe now. So Dino Raja will go from the charity stripe. 75% for Raja. This is the way the Celtics have to stay in this game. 4 opportunities possibly. He's got to make the first to get the second. 64, he just makes it. That's 1 for Raja. A 4, that's 2. Now he goes for his 4th. That's 28. That's 3. He gets his 4th. 65. So Dino Raja sinks all 4 from the line. And the Celtics increase their lead 18-10. Now we go to Patrick Ewing, their big offensive gun, A rating. Let's roll for Patrick Ewing. A 30. A 30. Not good. So Parrish does a pretty good job on him. Only 2 points possibly for Ewing. Right, you can see the A. 23-33 is only 2. Bad result for Patrick Ewing. And it could go down. Robert Parrish is an ex-defender. Again, the ex-defender, 1 through 4, no points deducted. 5, 1 point. 6, 2 points. Parrish, we roll the defense. It's a 6! So he nullifies Ewing's 2 points. Great job on defense by the aging Chief. And that's a huge blow to the Knicks. Their best offensive player does not score in the first quarter. Here comes Greg Anthony. Not very good on offense. He's a D offensive player, so he needs some luck of the Irish, they'll say, for the Knickerbockers. 40 for Greg Anthony out of UNLV. D and a 40. No points for Greg Anthony. So Anthony gets the goose egg, but he did make 2 from the foul line, so the 2 stays there. And now let's see how many fouls he'll get. He's a G foul rating. How many fouls did Anthony commit? 49. A 49 under the G column. 49. No fouls. So Anthony, no points, no fouls. We move to John Starks, the second best offensive player. He used to be able to light it up when he got hot from the outside. He was a pretty good defender, in my opinion. A B offensive player. So let's see if John Starks can cut this Celtics lead. Celtics have an 8-point lead here, 18-10 in the first quarter. That is a 10 on a B. B and a 10. 7 points. So John Starks has a very good quarter. 7 points for Starks. Plus the 2 from the free throw line. That is 9. And that cuts the Celtics lead to 1. 18-17. But he is defended by D. Brown. D. Brown is an ex-defender. Let's roll to see if D. Brown will take anything away. 2. No, he does not. So the 9 points for Stark stand. 7 on offense, 2 from the charity stripe. Now we roll for the foul check. How many fouls did Stark commit? His foul rating is an H. 40. So we go to the personal foul chart here. 42 fouls. Oh boy. Another, Oakley has 2. Now John Starks has 2. And that means that D. Brown will go to the line and a chance to add to his 4 points. Possible 4 foul shots. D. Brown's rating, free throw percentage, is 83%. So the Celtics have to pick up these points here. 83 and under. 9, he makes 1. Gets a second, 43. Back at the charity stripe. 3. 4th foul shot. 26. D. Brown sinks all 4 of his foul shots. So the foul trouble has helped out the Celtics as they add to their total. So D. Brown, 4 points on offense, 4 points from the charity stripe. That's 8 points. 22-17. 5-point lead for the Celtics. It comes down to the 6th man, Herbert Davis, C offensive rating. Let's see what Herbert Davis can do off the bench in his time. We're not going to reduce it by half. I've decided that. I didn't like the way it played. Everything will be full. So that's a 56. A 56. And he's a C, 56. C, 2 points possibly for Herbert Davis. And actually, it will be 2 points because Gamble has no defensive rating. So Davis made 2 from the line and 2 from the floor. And it's 22-19, a very close first quarter. We'll check out Herbert Davis fouls, a G foul rating. Celtics hoping for that bonus. That's a 6. A 6 on a G. Another 2 foul by a Knickerbocker. So 1 through 10, we go to the G column. That's 2 personal fouls. And the Celtics need to make these from the stripe. So another 2 fouls. So 2 fouls for Davis, 2 fouls for Starks, 2 fouls for Oakley. And that means Gamble will go to the free throw line. 82%. That's why I made him the 6th man. Tony Harris was 92%, but his offense is god-awful. So Kevin Gamble, 82%, 4 possible foul shots. 12, he makes the first. 25, he makes the second. That's 2 more points. 65, he makes 3 in a row. Last one from the charity stripe, 82. And that's an 18. So Kevin Gamble only had 1 from the floor on offense, but he has 4 from the charity stripe. So in reality, if we think about it, all 5 from the charity stripe. So that's 4 and 1. That should be 5, not 4. And after 1 quarter, it's 26-19. Let's save that. So that's how the game's played. Pretty cool. Let's go to the chat real quick. W. Vogs, how you doing? Check out that great card collecting channel. Clinton Parks, hope all is well. He says, interesting game. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. And again, you can play. I'm going through it. You can play it quicker. It's not really once you get the hang of it, you could do play-by-play call. It's a fun game. So we'll play, what time is it? We'll play, oh my God, it's almost 1 a.m. We'll play 1 more quarter. Or maybe we'll play the whole game. I'm going to speed it up now a little bit. All right, folks. And Sports Time Machine says, so this is on the same site as Payoff Pitch. And this one, on this 1 year, is available. Yes, you are correct. But Mike, Mr. Utah Mike from Sports Time Machine, it's pretty easy, it looks like, to make teams. He also gives you the new season. It's just not broken into teams. You can see if you download everything that it looks easy. He gives you instructions how to make teams. So, how to make the team cards. All right, so let's go to quarter number 2. And I think what we'll do, I will just keep it in the same order. So right now, the Celtics, we're going to keep everyone the same. No one can foul out of the game. The Knicks have 3 players with 2 fouls, Oakley, Starks, and Davis. But even if they hit the 3 on the bonus, it's only 5 fouls. So we'll keep everything the same. Here we go. Xavier McDaniel, C offense. 60 on the C. 60 on the C. 2 possible points for the X-Man. So that's 6. But we have to roll for the defense. Charles Smith, W defender. We roll the 6-sided die. That's a 4. He doesn't stop the X-Man at all. The 6 points count. Xavier McDaniel, a rugged player, had no fouls in the first quarter. Let's see if that trend continues. We roll for the foul. He's a G. 52 on the G. 52. No fouls again. Wow. Best game he's ever played without getting a foul. So the Celtics are up 28-19. So no opportunities from the charity stripe for Charles Smith. And now bring up Dino Raja, the Celtics power forward in the 93-94 season. He's a C offensive player. See, the strategy I went was I'm just putting in my best offensive players. We roll a 42. And Raja is not coming up big, only 2 points. As we go 33 through 44, come across to the C, it's 2. So he's up to 6 points possible. Oakley is an X defender. We roll the 6-sided die. That's a 3 on an X. And Oakley does not stop Raja. So Raja's points count. Raja has 2 fouls. Let's see if he's going to get in further foul trouble. He's an H on a rating. And that is a 9. A 9 and an H. Another 2 fouls on Dino Raja. He's going to have 4 at the half. That is ouch. And now we'll just put the, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, we'll just do 4. We already know they took 2, so 4 possible foul shots for Oakley. Charles Oakley, we go down to the New York Knicks team card, 78%. And you got to make the first to get the second opportunity. 79, he misses. So he misses, so he does not get the second opportunity. Now we go to the other foul. Again, he's got to make the first to get the second. 78%. We need a 78 and under. And he makes that one. So Oakley makes 1. And he's 61. He makes the second set. So Oakley now has 5 points. It's 30-21. The Knicks pulled within 9. Robert Parrish, the center. Let's see what he'll score in the quarter. Again, they're all C's for the Celtics on the floor. 18. An 18 and a C, 3 points for the Chief. He's up to a possible 6 points. But Patrick Ewing is a Z defender. And the Z defender is the best you can be. The 4 is the only horrible row. And that's a 1. And that's -2 from the Chief. So he had made 3 or 2. I can't remember, but it's -2. So that's going to go back down to 4. And again, if he'd only made 1, it would only reduce by 1. And again, I'm going to tweak the score sheet a bit. So it's 31-21. So Patrick Ewing, that was a 1 -2. Right. The 2 points were nullified. Right. Down to 4. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, I'm gonna add columns here. Now we roll for the foul. I think I might have messed that up, but so Parrish has no fouls right now. He's a G foul rating. 21 and a G, 1 personal foul in the second quarter. So that will give Patrick Ewing an opportunity from the charity stripe. Ewing had no points in the first quarter. Their best offensive player was held scoreless by the Celtics and the Chief Robert Parrish. 77%. He gets possibility of 2 foul shots. And 86! Oh, my Lord. A horrible game offensively so far for Patrick Ewing. He does not get the second. He, as the game plays, make one to get the other. A 1-and-1. So that brings Sherm Douglas, the general. He has 2 points. Let's see what Douglas can do here in the second quarter before the half. That's a 9 for Douglas. A 9. 4 points possibly for Sherman Douglas. Six. And Douglas is defended by Greg Anthony. He is a W defender. A 3. He can't stop Sherm. So the 6 points count. 35-21. Oh, shoot. That's got to go. That's why I'm messing up. The second quarter, numbnuts. So these should go over. I am so stupid. All right. So what did we have here? All right. So Douglas. I just kept adding and subtracting when I was playing. I was just using this one first quarter thing. And it clearly shows you all the quarters, Al, Red Sox fan. All right, so. Well, we're just going to do it out this way, and then when we get to the third quarter, we'll put it over here. Or we'll do it out for the next. So it'll be half and then third quarter. So now Sherman Douglas's foul rating is a G. That's a 22. Is that a... Oh, my Lord. 3 fouls on Sherman Douglas. He now has 4. He will not be playing in the third quarter. Because if he fouls out, half of his points in that quarter are gone. Again, very important to put the stuff in the right quarter. I just kept adding it to it like I did my games playing offline because I didn't really pay attention. I was more concerned about getting it to look pretty. So 3... A possible 6 foul shots now for Greg Anthony. And the Knicks can get right back in this game. Greg Anthony, 77%. Makes the first. Makes the... Ooh, yes, 71. He has 2 foul shots. 82 misses, so he doesn't get the next one. So now it's last set of 2s. He's made 2 points. Makes that. That's 3, as that was a 64 and a 20. So he makes 4 out of 6 opportunity. And we're just going to do it right here anyway. So he's up to 6 points. 35-25 as we're coming to the half. Low scoring so far. D. Brown, shooting guard, 8 points. C defender. Let's see if D. Brown can come up big again. 76 for D. Brown. On the C, 76. And that is not bueno. No points for D. Brown. Foul check. He has 1 personal foul so far. Stay away from that bonus. That's god-awful. That's a 70 on the G. 70 on the G. No fouls. So good job by D. Brown. Knicks don't get any opportunity there. And now Kevin Gamble, the 6th man, off the bench. And we'll just play a half and we'll call it a stream. Kevin Gamble. Let's get a big roll. Ooh, an 11. Is that a bonus? Yes! Kevin Gamble with the 11. You can see that's a bonus. And he is an AA through a C. So we want to stay away from the 8. That's a whammy. Stay the hell away from the 8. That's no points. All right, let's get that D bonus. Let's get a 0-1. A 0-1! Holy crap! 0-1. D bonus. Now we roll again. And we want to stay away from the 10. And we want something up here. We want like 20 points. Kevin Gamble could go insane. Could go insane off the bench here. 13. We add that together. We add it together. My faux pas. That's a 4. On this, you add it together. 4, 16 points. So Kevin Gamble, wow. 16 points, 21 for the half possibly. Huge first half for Campbell. Now, you're supposed to divide the six man's points in half. I'm not going to do that. I didn't like the way it played. You can do that. That's the way you want it. I'm not dividing the six man's points in half or fouls. Let's see. Hubert Davis has no defensive rating, so all those points will count. So it's 21-25. Again, the Knicks haven't gone on offense yet. Let's see how many fouls for Kevin Gamble. Hopefully none if you're a Celtics fan. He is an F. That's the best foul rating you can have not to get fouls. 81. 81 F. No fouls. 78 through 88 under an F. No fouls. So great job by Kevin Gamble, the sixth man. So the Celtics have gone through the first half, and it is 51 points in the first half. Big production for the Celtics. Here come the Knicks. Charles Smith goes first. He only has 1 point. D on a 63. D, 63. And he's going to lock in possibly at 1 more point. And we're actually going to do this the right way for the Knicks. So he has 1 point. Oh, why does it do January? See, it should not do that. So this cell is not formatted correctly. Let's see how this cell is formatted. Because I just kept using the 1 column. And it's custom. It should be number. Number. Okay. Oh, we don't want the decimal points, though. Let's go back. Oops. Get rid of that. Escape. There we go. We don't want that. Format cell. No decimal places. There we go. 1. And we have that. I want to get rid of that. Well, it doesn't matter. How do we get rid of that? Oh, we could put a little note in there. That's kind of cool. Well, that's Excel, though. I know that already. All right, so he only has 1 point. Charles Smith is defended by the X-Man, Xavier McDaniel. W defender. We roll the 6-sided die. It's a 6. He's not even going to get the point. -1. He's denied the point. That's a 0. So the point is nullified by the defense by Xavier McDaniel. The Knicks having a horrible half so far. Here's Charles. Oh, now we have to roll for foul check. H defender. H foul rating. 60. 60 on the H. 60 on the H. 55 through 66. That's 1 foul. So Smith will now have 2 fouls. And that gives McDaniel an opportunity to shoot 2 shots and increase the Celtic lead. Xavier McDaniel, 68%. So we need a 68 and under. 20, he makes the first. 20, he makes both. So 2 more points for the X-Man. And we'll just do that as we'll continue with that mistake. And then I'm going to have to put a formula here. We'll do that after. So now we go to Charles Oakley. Let's see if the Oakman can get any offense. C, offense. 69 on the C. No points. Oh, man, the Knicks have gone cold from the field. So he's got zilch for points. He has 2 fouls. H foul rating. That is a 4, and that's 2 more fouls on Oakley. He's going to be in trouble here. That's 4 on Charles Oakley. So if you're playing the rest of the game, you'll have to have substitutions. You don't want him to foul out. He would lose half of his points in that quarter. So a possibility of 4 foul shots for Dino Raja to increase this Celtic lead, having their game of their life. As I pull that up. Raja 75%. 70 makes the first. 46 makes the second. That's 2. Shoots again. 67 makes 3. Will he get 4 in a row? Yes, he does. 23. Raja up to 10 points now. And I think we're just gonna we're just gonna continue with the offense here because I didn't put formulas here. So Patrick Ewing's got to come up big. Ewing has no points so far. Let's see what he does in the second quarter. Let's see if Patrick can lift the Knicks back into this game. A offense. He wants a 11, 22, 55, 99, or 100. And he'll get a 93 on an A. 93, 7 points. So Ewing's finally on the board. Possible 7 points. Let's see if Parrish can deny him a point here. We roll the 6-sided die against the X defensive rating of Robert Parrish. That is a 2. He denies nothing. Patrick Ewing has no fouls. We roll for how many fouls he had in the quarter. 21 against an H. 21, no fouls. So Ewing playing a clean game on defense. It's now 57-32. Celtics with a sizable lead. Greg Anthony has 6 points. D offense. Looking for that bonus roll. 23 on the D. 23, 2 points possibly for Greg Anthony. He's defended by Sherman Douglas. No defense, so those 2 points count. As you can see, no defensive rating there. Now we go to the foul. G foul rating. No fouls for Greg Anthony in the first quarter. 95 on a G. 1 foul. 89, 98 come across to the G. 1 foul. And that means Sherman Douglas will go to the line possibly to make 2. Douglas, as we go over again to the Celtics team card, 64%. And he makes the first. That's a 0-7. Goes for the second, 97. He misses the second. So Douglas gets 1. He's up to 7 points as he only makes 1 from the charity stripe there. 58-34. What a half for the Celtics. I don't think they scored that many in a half in 93-94. John Starks, a B offensive player. He's got to come up big. That Ewing being shut out in the first quarter was huge. So let's see what Starks get. 50 on the B. So a 50 on the B column. No points. Goose egg. 45-54. Come across to the B. No points for Starks. Ouch. Knicks are going to have a tough time winning this game if that continues. Foul check for John Starks is a 44. It's not a bonus, though. And a G, that's only 1 foul. So he goes to 2 now. 3, excuse me. 3 as he had 2 in the first quarter. Possible 2 more points. And it's going to be D. Brown shooting from the line. And D. Brown, 83%. Celtics will have a lead at the half. 92, he misses, doesn't get the second. So now Hubert Davis will try to cut into this 14-point lead. 24-point lead. What the hell am I saying? 24-point lead. 58-34. Holy cow. Celtics really bludgeoning. And the Knicks always had trouble on offense. Tenacious defensive team under Pat Riley. Let's see what Hubert Davis can do at the half. Before the half. 66! Is that a bonus? Will Davis go nuts? No, he won't. 66 is not a bonus. And he's a C offensive player. And that's only 2 points. And Gamble doesn't have any defensive rating, so those 2 points count. Celtics have one last opportunity if Davis committed any fouls. 17 on the G. 17 on the G. 1 foul. So he'll have 3 fouls as we go to the halftime. Gamble will shoot 2 possibly. Kevin Gamble, 82%. He takes the first. 28, he makes it. Takes the second. 47, he makes both, and that's the half. So Gamble adds to his tremendous first half totals. He has 23 points. Again, that huge bonus. 23. So it's 60-36 at the half. I know it says the first quarter, but I didn't put formulas in. So that's the way the game is played. And I'm not going to keep you guys any longer, as I'm in shock that there are still people watching. But it's a fun game. We played a half. I'm going to actually finish it off offline before I go to bed. So let's go to the chat. Sports Time Machine says, Sports Time Machine thinks I can do the best college teams with the formula's wicked grin. Yeah, it's a pretty easy. You can do this. I mean, the formula's pretty cool. I could just show you. I should probably bring that up, but I suggest you download it. If you have any questions, you can come back. I'm not an expert. I just thought it was a cool game, and I've been watching Dave Gardner playing a lot of the quick action games or quick play games, and this one has a little bit of strategy, and I liked it. I really liked it. I added the logos and stuff. I'm using the Excel spreadsheet. It's not a helper. What I did was I took the scorecard sheet. I then did a snippet, which is basically cut and paste. The Celtics and New York. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'll bring everything back up. Let me get this. Again, see, this moves. This moves. It was a snippet, a cut and paste. This moves. I did a cut and paste to get the one sheet. Right here, I reduced it inside. Obviously, I added these pictures. I added the logos. Again, flavor, atmosphere. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't worry about thumbs down, gentlemen. I would never worry about thumbs down. It's just, don't talk about it. Don't even worry about it. It's not FOC members, so don't care. Don't care. They should make, when you put thumbs down, you should have to put your name to it. You should actually have to leave a comment. Again, if someone doesn't like something, to each is their own. They want to do a thumbs down, fine. I would not take that. Don't worry about that stuff. So, and I'm going to play the half. I don't care. I'm going to continue. Alrighty. I should probably show you. All right, let me do this here. I'm going to show you what the game, I should have did this first. I just want to show you how to play it. A quick play video that's going to go 3 hours. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's go here. So let's show you the teams. Let's show you the teams. This is for the 93-94 season. I'm going to put another, I'm actually going to go to OBS now. And that comes up. And let's just take this down. Okay. So can you see the team? These are the teams. It's pretty cool. And what I did was I just did a snippet. I just did the snippet tool. Cut and paste. You go around it. So can everyone see that? Those are the teams. So it comes with that, and I'll scroll down. And it gives you the teams. So you can see you got the Knicks, the Nets, the Hawks, the Suns, the Rockets, the Bulls, the Nuggets, the Miami Heat. We keep scrolling down. The Pacers, the Utah Jazz, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Orlando Magic with Shaquille O'Neal. And then you have Seattle, Supersonics, Portland Trail Blazers, Boston Celtics, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors, San Antonio, Los Angeles Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, Charlotte Knights with Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. Del Curry. That's not a bad team, actually. 3 Bs on offense. The Lakers, again, like in the Celtics position, lots of C's on offense. Washington Bullets. What's Tom Gugliotta? He's a B on offense. He had a good rookie year. I think this was his rookie year. So Don McClain could score. Rex Chapman. They have 3 white guys at the top. And Michael Adams from BC. That could be a fun team to play. And the fat one, Kevin Duckworth. Nervous Purvis Ellison. Oh, my God. You have the Pistons. Dumars. Terry Mills or B. Isaiah Thomas. Again, they're coming to an end because they were late 80s, early 90s. Only 2 B offensive players. And then you have the Bucks, Timberwolves, and the Dallas Mavericks. And you have extra players that I guess you could add. Like Dominique Wilkins was not on a team. You could make a team. You could make up your own team. The Springfield Rifles if you wanted. So that's kind of cool. So that's one. Let's show you another one. Okay, so that's the team page. Team page. Okay, and there's a blank. Now, if you were to make teams, what I would do is do a copy. I would copy this spreadsheet because you can delete this stuff, and you can just put a different year in for the Knicks and so on and so forth. And here's a template. If you want to do it here, you just have to change this stuff here. You know, the Jazz, you'd have to get rid of that. And this is the team Excel page. And you can print these up. You don't have to play it with the Excel. I think for me, it's easier. All right, that's that. Now, this is the score sheet. So I'll show you the score sheet. It's already open. God damn it, you're right. No, don't reopen it. So let's go back here. And so I made a copy. This is the score sheet how you get it. So that's the score sheet how you did it. I did a copy. I made another copy. I'm going to keep. You should always keep the original blank. Don't mess around with the original. Just make copies of it. And then what I did, I made a copy. So I brought that over. I did a cut and paste. I brought the Knicks and the Celtics over. And I added the logos, as we already said. And now I'm going to show you. This is a chart that you can print. And let's go back to the file. And that's the Scorecard Enhanced Pro. Double click on that. And I don't think I can show you this because it comes up in that Microsoft Edge. But what I did was I just did a snippet of it and I cut and paste it to the score sheet. I wonder if I can show you that. Hold on. Let's go to OBS and see if we can get the Microsoft Edge. Nope. I think it's going to come up blank. Yep. Cancel. But that's all I did. And it's a pretty fun game. The only thing I noticed is on the score sheet, I did not realize. Again, when I was playing, I just kept using the first quarter, just because I just kept adding to it. Obviously, there's other columns, first, second, and third quarter. But what I'll do is I'll put a formula here to add across. I'll put a formula here to add across. The cells are not formulated correctly. Again, these are to be printed, but I'm using it on the Excel. But the cells were not formatted properly. But it's a fun game. Alrighty. As Sports Time Machine says, champions were who? Houston defeated the Knicks in 7. in the 93-94 championship. The Knicks won the East, Houston won the West, and Houston defeated the Knicks. Again, it's a free game. I just showed you a little gameplay. It's card and dice. You can print it up and play it without this, but to me, with the setup I have, I also pulled out my Stratomatic, from 1989, my Stratomatic card and dice basketball game, which I played a little bit of, the basic, and there's no way to film it properly for me. So unfortunately, I was trying to figure out how to film it to YouTube. It just does not come out bueno. So it's 1:22 a.m. Anyway, I just want to show you the game. Once again, this game is a freebie. It's a quick little fun game, has some strategy. I didn't do it justice, but I think if you download it, you read it. Again, I added the logos and the pictures. And what I did one last time, I took the score sheet, Excel, where you would print them up to handwrite. I took that because it's on an Excel. And, oops, that's the team page. All I did was I copied it to another page. I would suggest that with your originals, do not work on the originals. Do a copy. So I copied it to sheet number 2. I wonder if you can see that in the bottom. It's tough to see. And then I just added to it. I did cut and paste from the team page. Now I'll show you the team page one last time before I hit the hay. So here are the Knicks. I did a cut and paste of the Knicks, and I put it on. Oh, here's the worksheet. I didn't even see this. So this is the worksheet right here. This is the worksheet. 80 games. Wow, he really did a nice job on this season. I didn't even notice that. I didn't click on that. He tells you how many games they played. So if John Bagley only played 3 games, you don't want to use him. I mean, you could actually do a replay. I might do some playoffs. That's really nice. He did a great job, this guy. Only one season. Here's the other thing I want to show you before I go. Anyways, so then I did a cut and paste. There's the Knicks, and here's the Celtics. I did a cut and paste using Snippet. And the one last thing I forgot to show you is this. This is the 2017-2018 NBA players. So it's last year. I mean the prior, not the year that just passed. I think I said it was the year that just passed. And he has all the ratings. You just have to put them on the team, but he gives you the teams. Did that come up? Yes, it did. So that's pretty cool. And this is all in the download. It's all free. So. And it's on sidelinestrategies.com, freebies, KevElias games. He did a wonderful job. You could probably mod this to play differently, but it's pretty fun. How good is Akeem Dang? Let's look at Akeem. Akeem was unbelievable. I believe he was the MVP in the NBA that year, if you look it up on Basketball Reference. So let's go back to that. Houston, let's find Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Where's Houston? Houston. Akeem Olajuwon, okay, which is the only thing better is a double A. And you can see Shaquille O'Neal is a double A. Okay. 72% from the free throw line. Z defender. What was a Z defender? I have my chart. I actually printed up the chart because I was playing it while looking at this. Then I decided to use the Excel spreadsheet. A Z defender, excellent defender. The best defender. So he's an A offense, Z defense. G foul, H foul, mid-level foul. Actually 3 and above. He fouls a lot. So again, that's where the strategy comes in. But it's a fun game. It's free. You go, once again, I provided the link on the page. And what I will do now is I'll put it in one last time before I call it quits in the chat. He did a really nice job, and I think you can make teams if you wanted. You know, if you wanted to make the playoff teams or championship teams, I believe you could do it with the formula he's provided. He's given you notes in the instructions, you know, so you could make teams. And I mean, what's the worst thing that happen? If you copy stuff over, that way you don't lose the original. And even if you did, you download it again. But always keep an original and make a copy to work on. And I want to see if I can show this. Okay, let's go here. It's on Sideline Strategy. I just want to put the link one last time in the chat. I apologize I didn't finish the game, but I just wanted to show you some gameplay. I didn't do it really justice. I played 3 games. In the first game, I really was just a learning experience. Actually, all 3 games were a learning experience. So let's just go here. And I want to see... let's go... Customize. I want to put the link one more time. Video manager. I think it's really cool when someone comes up with a game. I've been trying to develop a football game for a while now. I get to a certain point and it becomes difficult. And I've not been able to get over the hump. So, all right. So here we go. Let's put it one more time in the chat. It's right here. And this is the link. And if you click on it, I'm clicking on it now, it takes you right to the freebie section. And I wonder if I can show that. I think I can. Hold on a second. Let's try this here. Browser. Nope, that's not what I want to show. Do we have to put the browser? Well, that's not going to work. That didn't work the way I thought. Let's remove that. Yes. So again, just go to sidelinestrategies.com. Look for freebies. Click on freebies and you'll see this. He actually has he has college instructions. I don't know if he has teams. Sample teams, no he does. He has sample teams. I didn't do anything with that. And he has scorecard football. I think Dave might have played a little scorecard football. Dave Gardner. I believe he's played a little scorecard football. So check out that channel. All right, thank you very much. Take care. Yeah, watch out for that inbound pass. All right, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Peace. Just showing you a free game.